Eldrigu Namaskara. Good morning, everyone. Happy Varamahalakshmi festival. You all should be with us today, even we are here in spite of festival. At the outset, I offer my sincere pranams to His Holiness Sri Sri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji and Rajendra Mahaswamiji. I'm happy to introduce Dr. Shivanand, who is Associate Professor in the Department of Psychiatry, JSS Medical College, and he is also visiting professor at as well as consultant at Psychiatry Department at Jotham Healthcare Center. Dr. Shivanand Manohar is a distinguished psychiatrist with an MBBS, DPM and DNB in psychiatry. As a fellow of the Indian Psychiatry Society and member of both the World Association of Psychological Rehabilitation and the Indian Association of Biological Psychiatry, Dr. Shivanand's expertise spans sexual medicine, sleep disorders, dementia, addiction medicine, child psychiatry, bipolar disorders and schizophrenia. He has made significant contributions to psychiatric literature with over 30 original articles, more than 15 review articles and 20 chapters in reference books, and has presented at over 100 international, national and regional forums. Dr. Shivanand believes in a holistic approach to mental health, viewing every individual as having immense potential, often masked by challenging circumstances. He emphasizes demystifying psychiatry and addressing cultural misconceptions. Beyond his clinical work, he is committed to community education, frequently speaking on stress management, time management, resilience, and mentors future doctors as member of medical education unit at JSS, focusing on strategies to manage stress and build resilience among students. We are happy to have you with us, sir. I request Dr. Bindya, Ms. Pooja to present a plant to sir as a welcome note. So over to you, sir.
Good morning. So nice to hear you reciprocate. Okay. So just now me and Madam and Sir were discussing about your generation. We call it as Gen Z. So I have a son who is also belongs to your generation.
African Alpha. Gen Alpha.
Oh, Alpha, okay. So I actually, all my students at medical college are all your age, all belongs to this Gen Z. But I am very happy to see you people so confident, and you people like the way you approach the teachers and the way we were approaching the teachers is significantly different. See, like many of the things, maybe the recent technologies, maybe I know that you people are good at AI. All these things I have learned from Gen Z. But I know that you people are excellent in so many aspects. Thank you. So, you are excellent in lot of things, but what I see is every day in the newspaper, every day in any of the social medias, I see that a boy committed or a girl committed suicide because they did not get what they wanted. They did not want to face any of the no's or any of the failures. So I always think that if this generation, 2021, Madam and I was discussing about, you know that all of you were in your high school during 2021? Yes. So one of the biggest challenges or biggest curse of our generation is that COVID-19. You know that all of you were at home. Your teachings, all the classes happened through mobile. The previous year we told you should not use mobile, then we gave you mobile and told you you should study from mobile. But during that time, that was the time when I really thought or started feeling very disgusted of being a doctor. See, like how many of you are from Mysore? Can you raise your hands? Very nice. See, like 2000, end of 2019, maybe in the December of 2019, I received a mail from a Switzerland-based journal telling that can you write an article on a particular topic. So I sent a reply to them. I am not even actually expertise in this topic. I don't know why you have sent me a mail. Many times they send a mail, then they tell after writing the article you should pay some $2,000 as article processing charges. And I told you tell I write, then you tell you should pay $2,000. I don't want to write. So then again one more mail came back to me telling that we will waive off your article processing charges, and then that time like there is a very good journal, so let me write an article on a specific topic called as resilience. So I wrote that article. I never knew that this will become a changing point in my life. All of you are from Mysore, like many of you are from Mysore like me. So we Mysoreans, no, we have an addiction. I finished my MBBS and my post-graduation at Kasturba Medical College, Mangalore, and once I finished, I applied for my alma mater, JSS Medical College, and I was offered some 4 times salary elsewhere, but I joined JSS because we people are addicted to Mysore. We never want to leave Mysore because Mysore is a place where we are never. Did we have any floods? No. Did we have a famine? No. Did we have a volcano? No. Earthquake? No. We are somewhere very protected environment we are in. We have very broad roads, and now the traffic has become more like earlier. My medical college is 10 kilometers from my house. No vehicles at all in the way, and it is like you are like king and traveling in your bike. But Italy, you may be knowing, Italy is also a place where it almost similar to Mysore because there also lot of elderly population. Mysore also we call it as a pensioners paradise where many people who are more than, if you come to our hospital place that is called Agrahara, in Agrahara all of the big houses are there, and many people are almost around 70, 65, in that age they are living. So Italy, once Italy had lot of people coming from China, and they had this COVID-19. Once the COVID-19 in the mid part of 2020, so many people died in Italy. But nobody knew that Mysore is also like an Italy where there are a lot of population above the 60 or 70, and we are someone who are always in that luxury of no stress at all. We have never faced a volcano, we have never faced an earthquake, we have never faced anything. So 2020 there was COVID, but we took all precautions. There are very here and there were deaths. 2021 April came, end of April and full of May, so many deaths, and JSS hospital was the one who gave the maximum number of beds, even better than the government hospital. We had 2 ICUs. One ICU is called MICU exclusively for COVID patient. One was MICU, other was ICCU. MICU, more critical cases were kept, and the first bed in the MICU was the most critical patient will be put in that bed, so that we are sitting outside. It's not that it was very difficult for us to wear that PPE kit and stay there whole day. So what we used to do is we sit and see the monitors. So we can, any most critical case was put in the first bed, and we knew that that fellow will be losing that day. The next bed fellow who is critical again will be looking when it's my turn. So that was the time I thought, like, why did I become a doctor when I am not able to support anyone? We never knew who will die, who will survive. So what I observed was, during that time, many people at home even committed suicide because they thought they are tested positive. They thought that they will be isolated. So that was the time I started thinking. Almost 2 or 3 months I felt like not going to the hospital. I felt like not going to my clinic because I thought I was so helpless, we can't do anything. So what struck me at that point of time, for me to come out of that horrible time, torrid time, so I started, sir was talking about a book, I started reading a book by a great person by name Marcus Aurelius. So I'll tell you what I read, how that helped me, how what I want to convey to all you people is that I have given not less than 2000 lectures about the same topic because I want this generation to be what I want. So let us start today's topic with a brief introduction. You know that stress is something not new. So we all, from the civilization, we were all hunters and gatherers, correct? That time, like you want to eat something, you should hunt an animal and then eat. But during that phase, if another animal attacks us, what is the problem? So that time you are stressed. So then many people talk about stress, but like during the biggest stress when I was a student is during Rakhi festival. So which girl will tie Rakhi? So next came, I became a bit bigger. Then I wanted to propose a girl. Then the stress again. So after that, you let us think about what is health. Anyone knows what is health? Health is actually, we always think health is something where we don't have disease. I don't have disease, I sit at home, eat, again go for a walk, come back, sit, eat. That is not health. Health is something we call it as physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being. What is physical? You are all healthy, handsome young boys and girls sitting here, and that is physical health. While if at all you are made to sit all the way till evening, simply talk, at the end of 4 o'clock, if I tell you to run a 100-meter dash, will you run? No, you tell I am tired of boredom. But if you are happy, even if I tell you to run a 1 kilometer run, you can run, because when you are mentally healthy, you are physically also healthy. What is social health? You are all sitting here in a day, almost 8 hours you sleep. Rest of 16 hours, either you will be with your friends, your teachers, your parents, or your peers. So, if at all if I fight with my wife and I come here, she has kicked me, can I talk like this? If you all throw some tomatoes and send me out, and can I go home and be happy? No. So, you are with someone. If at all you are happy with the others, you are in harmony with the others, then only you can be happy, correct? If you fight or quarrel or anything else, can you be in harmony? No. That is called as social health. So, what is spiritual health? Many people think spiritual health is something. There is a person who is sitting in Kailasa with a big hair, with some saffron. You think that is spiritual? I think you people know. You know Nityananda? So, you think that is spiritual? So, what is spiritual health? Anyone? I am not your examiner, for your disclaimer. Whatever you tell, there will not be any criticism. So, what do you think what is spiritual health? I know you are very young, maybe in your 17, 18s, it's a too high a question to ask for you, but still I am very curious what your generation think about spiritual health. Anyone? Many people think renouncing everything is spiritual health. Means, ellanu bitputre spiritual health. Is it right?
No.
Very good. Very good. At least some no came. I am very happy. Anything what you think is spiritual health? Have you seen lotus? Have you seen lotus? All of you have seen lotus. Where does lotus stay? In a dirty pond, right? So, Lotus is a wonderful, beautiful flower, right? Though it is such a beautiful flower, it doesn't walk away from the dirty pond. But still it does not stop spreading that essence of the beauty. That is spirituality. Like, what is spirituality is like you have an atom. All of you know an atom. You have come to this big college. You have chosen a wonderful college, and you should have scored a good marks. Then only you would get this college. Like you all know that there is an atom. Atom has protons, neutrons, electrons, equal number of positive charges and negative charges. All these atoms become molecule, molecule, tissue, tissue become organ. Organ is a huge human being. So an atom has equal number of positive charges, equal number of negative charges, right? Similarly, any individual has equal number of positive qualities, negative qualities. If I look at the negative qualities in someone, I hate him. If I look at the positive qualities in that person, I start loving him. For me, spirituality is that. So if you are spiritually healthy, you see in everyone something good. So you are always in harmony with others. So there is, when you are spiritually healthy, you are socially healthy. When you are socially healthy, you are always harmonious with anyone. You are mentally healthy. If you are mentally healthy, you are also physically healthy. So, what do you mean by stress? Today's topic is about stress management. What do you mean by stress? Anyone? See, like when you get fever, you will not be very panicking. But your parents get fever, you will start thinking what will happen. When you come to the college, what has happened to my mother, what has happened to my father, or like stress is something which happens when something you care about is at stake. Maybe you want to get a placement in a company where your per annum income is more than 1 crore. So that point of time, when there is a campus interview happening, because something what you care is the work, then whenever that campus interview is happening, that time you start having palpitation. You have come to the last round, or you have come to the last round. Now if I disqualify, what will happen? So stress is something when you care about something is at stake. So anxiety, like many people think that stress and anxiety are the same. But anxiety is something always you think only negative. Anything negative about everything. Maybe you are very good at studies, but you always think I will fail. You are good, you are very honest, you always think that people hate you. People reject you. People deject you. These are some examples of preoccupation about negative thoughts. So, is stress or good? Is stress good or bad to our health? So, stress to a certain extent is good. I think I see a lot of you people, bright, young, handsome boys and beautiful girls, and I think most of you may be very studious, but to be honest, I was not studious. So only during the exam, we do well, we study a lot and score marks. If the stress of exam was not there, we would have not studied. So here is a curve called as Yerke-Knudsen curve. This you can see here on the x-axis the stress level is there, and the y-axis is the performance level. You can see initially there is a little stress, then the performance is increasing, while as the stress increases, the performance comes down. The stress which improves your performance is called as eustress, while the stress which decreases your performance is called as distress. Okay, so what are the features of a eustress? When you are in eustress, your performance increases like anything. You do perform well, your productivity increases. When the good, bad and ugly of stress, the bad points of stress, like the distress, when it causes you boredom, then it causes your performance to drop. When you become very distressed, then that causes lot of other problems. See, what are the causes of stress? This is an experiment done by someone called as Martin Seligman. Martin Seligman is a great neuroscientist where what he did was he put some monkeys in a cage and the cage doors were kept open, but it was not locked, but it is closed without locking. What he did was he put some electric current in the cage, and these monkeys tried to go and touch that gates, but when they were electrocuted, they came out. They did not dare to touch it. They preferred to stay back in the cage. But after some time, Seligman stopped that electric current, but still these monkeys did not attempt to escape from the cage because they always thought there is some electricity. They didn't even attempt to go out of the cage because their cognition was put that there is a danger. So many of the time, you people would be doing extremely well in your subjects. One fine day, during an internal assessment or some exam, you had fever. So you go there, you are unable to write the exam. But what happens is, the exam, the fear, the distress, what happened that time would stay in your mind, and every time during the exam you develop that helplessness that I can't write. That is called as learned helplessness. So I was telling, when people are stressed, most of the heart attacks you can see in the recent times, young heart attacks. People who are in their 20s, 30s are dying because of heart attack. One of the major cause for a heart attack is stress. So, another cause for stress is that knowledge explosion. See, whatever I learned during my MBBS days, to be honest, it has become obsolete. So, every 6 months, the information is doubling. And every 2 years, whatever we have learned becomes obsolete. So, how actually we can keep up to this level of this knowledge explosion? How, because of this knowledge explosion, many times we think that we are totally outdated. Totally, we are not able to cope up with the new information, new knowledge. That can be one of the major cause for stress. So, when our brain starts developing, when you are in the mother's womb, around 2 weeks inside the mother's womb, your small neuronal bud will start. And every second, every day, there are 10,000 neurons added. There will be multiplication of these neurons. By the time you are born, you have 10 million neurons with a billion connections. So, when I was doing my MBBS, I was taught that once you are born till only 5 years, your brain number of neurons increases. After 5 years, there will be no increase in the number of neurons. So, I was always thinking that at the age of 5 years, what you have learned, A to Z and 2 ones are 2. Only after that we learn lot of things. I was thinking where all this goes and gets stored. So there was a great scientist who demonstrated a concept called as neuroplasticity. What is this neuroplasticity? Though the number of neurons does not increase, the number of connections keep on increasing when you start learning. So, I know that your generation want shortcuts. I do agree shortcuts are good, but these shortcuts should be in a more scientific way. So studying hard is better than it is less. Studying hard is good, studying smarter is better. So if you don't use your brain, see, I am not telling that you should always be in front of the book. But what is happening in the current days is that because of the gadget, almost usage of any study material is becoming obsolete. So what happens is that if at all you do, I was just talking to one of the person who designed your CBSE curriculum, and uh, his name is Mr. Nagraj. Like he is maybe in his 80s now. He's very well updated about AI and everything. And I was just talking to him. AI is so good. What he told was AI is good, but what happens is what it will impact on the creativity of our children. Like we used to search so many things and then come to a point like where will that programming of the brain happen? Yes, I'm happy like my research papers which took 6 months long, I can write it in a week. But when I was searching 1,000 papers, 500 papers, the effort I was putting, and now the effort has come down significantly and drastically. But all these while, almost I do research in the past 15 or 16 years, but now at least I know what is the point in that the summarized from AI, which are true, which are false. Recently I was looking at, we had written an article, three of us were there. One of the author had taken one part of the subject and he sent me the with references. If I search this references, the references doesn't exist only. I think he has given to ChatGPT gives some false references. Luckily I did not send to the publisher because I saw what is this reference. I tried to put there, doesn't, those articles does not exist. So my point is, like if at all we don't use our brain, we lose our brain. So I was talking about this at 3 weeks there will be almost 250 cells per minute. At birth there are more than 100 billion neurons with 10,000 connections. So actually what we are using, our brain is very very less. So if at all you look at other animals, human brain is more evolved. You agree or disagree? And man is also an animal, but human brain is the most advanced brain because there is something called as the triune structures in the human brain. You can see this is the reptilian brain, this is a paleo-mammalian, this is a neo-mammalian brain. What is the advantage to simplify is that like humans are the only people who can learn from their mistakes. Animals cannot do that. But still we always go back to our ancestors monkey and we keep doing the same mistake without learning. So one of the biggest cause for stress is what if. Okay. See, other biggest cause of stress is comparing with others. See, he is the first, but look at the first person and look at the second one. So the second one is more confident, I can claim, but the first one is looking jealous towards him. So the biggest point is, instead of comparing with others, we should always look within us. Like I'll be talking about that, how I was yesterday, how I am today. So I am always curious about the male brain and the female brain. You know, like do we think similar, boys and girls? Similar or different? Different. Very good. Like I have a question. Whose brain is bigger, male brain or female brain? Very good, excellent. Male brain is bigger, but the point is, we are like a laptop. Big brain, less function. Woman brain is like a laptop. Desktop and laptop. But the biggest problem with woman brain is, I'll tell you what is that. So you can see here, this is something called as hippocampus, which is for memory. Okay, this is called the amygdala. Amygdala is which hippocampus gives you memory, but amygdala gives the emotions to the memory. So in women, this amygdala is very big and the hippocampus is also big, because many times my wife will be always telling, this idiot gave a gift for the first anniversary, but this idiot doesn't even remember that anniversary. So somewhere women brain is always they work on emotions. Men brain not, it's not like that. So I told you this is a desktop, this is a laptop. So many times why there will be conflicts between boyfriend girlfriend, because men are never perfection. Like if any woman wants a best man, it should be another woman. So there are three learning models. See, most of us have some learn through seeing, some learn through hearing, some learn through some practice. So, which type of a learner we don't know. We should assess ourselves. Like I always think that my learning ability is through hearing. You may be knowing that in a classroom, most honest and obedient are usually girls, because one point of time in our medical college we had two blocks in hostel. One is women's block and the other is the men's block. In men's block, when we were studying way back in 2000 to 2006, we had A, B, C blocks. Now there was one women block. Now that A and B are taken over by again girls, only one block is left for men, because most of the MBBS graduates are girls now. So what happens is that what type of a learner we should assess to ourselves, because many times I would love to listen to the class and write. Why I told this is all of my other boys used to tell you are like a girl, because you always write the notes when the teacher is talking. Because I always felt that instead of studying in the textbook, the lessons done at the college during MBBS days, it would be better to write down. But there are some people who can see and learn. There are some people who can feel and learn. Because many of the musicians who are kinesthetic learn, means they learn through a touch. Okay. So we think that like we have different types of intelligence. Not all of us are academically good. Some may be, there are 7 type of different intelligence. Some may be very good at language, some are very good at mathematics, some may be very good at music, some may be visual, some may be physical, some may be interpersonal, some may be intrapersonal. So, what kind of intelligence you have, you should assess yourself and find a place where you can survive. For example, if at all you tell me to draw an India map, I don't know, till now I don't know how to draw an India map. If you take that skill, I am mentally retarded. If you ask me to think about something planet, something inside the brain which is not visible, I can give you a perfect analysis. So each of us have a different type of intelligence. If at all you don't analyze that and think I want to do something else, that will be a stress forever. So earlier when we had exams, it was like this. Now me and my son are like this. I am jumping and my son is cool. So biggest problem with your generation is that you keep getting distracted. See, you keep a mobile, a tab, so that causes lot of stress. Because what to see, whether to see the tab, mobile, this is something, if at all keep a cup of coffee, keep your table clean, and that will decrease the stress. See, look at this, like there is high stress, no achievement. You take a mobile phone, and this is the best. No stress, no achievement. So, like all people will not get stressed. there are something called as personality. Most of the some people, many people are fair, some are dark, some are dusky, some are tall, some are short. Like that, there are a lot of personalities also. Like I am a chatterbox in our department. Another professor is there. He never talks. So everyone asks, you are normal or he is normal. So I tell both of us, you should tell who is normal. So because all of us have a different personality. Because some people talk more, some people talk less, some are extroverts, some are introverts. That is a different concept. But like upbringing, how we are brought up, what were our parents, what are their expectations, how we are able to cater to those expectations. All these things will contribute to our personality. This personality also constitute how we take stress. See, why we should know about this stress management is, if at all, if you don't work for a day, one day is lost, correct? Because of fever or anything like that, every year almost 7 lakh 60,000 days are gone because of stress. So that's why there was something called as World Economic Forum in the year of 2019. What they told was, if at all you invest $1 for $1 in mental health or stress management, you'll get back $4. So how, like, if you don't manage your stress, major problems, as I told you, so heart attack. Many people once they eat, they want to go for toilet. This is actually called as irritable bowel syndrome. It is actually because of stress. Many times they go to multiple doctors, sigmoidoscopy, colonoscopy, MRI. Basically, see, our from the stomach to the colon there is almost 10 kilometers. So to travel that, it takes lot of time, because there is because of the anxiety, there is something called as gastrocolic reflex. This gastrocolic reflex is the one which causes this irritable bowel syndrome. Most of the arthritis, most of the hair fall, most of the headache, most of the neuropathies, most of the obesity, all these are because of stress. The most worst part of stress is once they start feeling that I am hopeless, and then they'll go to the most extreme end of committing suicide. So I told you the stress is because many of the time exhaustion and expectation. So what are the ways we can handle stress? So most of you are almost 100% here are slim and handsome or beautiful. Like, you want to stay like this in the next 10 years, you want to look same, what you should do? So this, we did an experiment where we divided 3 groups. Okay, this is some 15 years back, where we divided them into 3 different groups. One group we left whatever they want. The other group we told them to do small exercises, maybe walking or some sort of not resistance training. The third group we gave them this like isometric exercises, weightlifting. These 3 groups were divided. You all know that we have something called as DNA. That is the basic structure in the human beings. This DNA is held by a protein called as histone. Okay. This histone is like elastic. When we were children, we were put this elastic pants. You remember that? This elastic pant, so that it will not drop down. If you keep stretching that elastic, one day the pant will drop down. Similarly, this histone is like a elastic. So those people who were left like that without any exercise, their histone started stretching, and all those wrinkles, everything started appearing. The second group, it was the same. Like they were put in this group at the age of 30. By the age 35, they were looking like 35. That the people who did not do exercise, they looked like 40. The other group who was doing this isometric and resistant exercises, they looked even 30. So one thing is exercise. The biggest way to control stress is exercise. Why I will tell you. See, there is something called as endorphins in the brain. Endorphins are something which gives you natural happiness. Even tons of antidepressant may not give a single unit increase in the endorphins. So these endorphins, the way the best way to make these endorphins get released is through exercise. I'm not telling that everyone should go to a gym and get a six pack. I was talking about different types of intelligence. There is something called as physical intelligence. All of us may not be so physically intelligent. But what I am telling is, any exercise what you like, which you can continue forever. See, like I go to gym today, I do all the exercises. I took a trainer. He also told don't do. I did. Next day, I come evening. I feel that some police had hit me right and left. The next 1 week, I don't go to the gym. So it should not be like that. Like someone may be able to run, someone may be able to do yoga, someone may be very good in lifting weights. So you choose which suits you, so that at least 40 minutes to 1 hour a day you should do exercise. So that will keep you healthy, stress free for a long time. And food. See, the biggest point is these pizza, burgers, all Italian foods, we are becoming very attracted to. McDonald's. So all these McDonald's, they came with a huge campaign that only non-veg food will help. But basically now everyone becoming vegans, vegetarians, because everyone knows that these are something which cause destruction. The other point is like, see, if you want to destroy a country, I'll repeat, you can make their youth addicted to drugs. No, which is the addiction capital of India? Punjab. Why you know? It is in the border. All these cannabis, opioid gets easily access to them. You know, in Punjab, anyone who gets first rank in MD entrance will take up psychiatry, because every road of Punjab has a de-addiction center. I beg you all people, if at all you have some sort of patriotism, please don't go for these drugs. It may be alcohol, it may be smoking or weed or any of these opioids, because what it does is it will completely destroy you. Because people there are so many people who are called as traitors. What they do is they'll give it for you for free initially, slowly they'll extort money from you, and slowly they'll take you into the group. And what happens is that the biggest peer pressure, like my friend is taking, I'll also want to take, others is taking, I want to take. Please say no to drugs, because that is one thing which can completely destroy you. The best food, what I tell, is idli sambar. You know, the Oxford has told this idli sambar is the most nutritious, because you have proteins, carbohydrate, fat, everything is in the most proper way. So there is something called as mind medicine. What is this mind medicine? Like you look at a 5-year-old child. This 5-year-old child always gets whatever it wants, because it never thinks negative. Our research tells that by the age of 18 or 19, our almost 88 to 92% of the time our brain is programmed to think negative. So, what is this negative thinking? Like, I get a small chest pain. Oh, I guarantee heart attack. So, like what we tell, oh, this fellow morning on a festival day came and told I should think positive, tell I don't have heart attack. Is it positive thinking? No. Basically, our brain always scans that it will not look at I don't have. It will only look at heart attack. So the best way of training is I am 100% healthy. So I was talking about all of you are intelligent. Your IQ is almost mine. Everything will be the same IQ. But some of you excel in life, Some of us may not excel in life. ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅವ್ನು ಬಕೆಟ್ ಹಿಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ. Basically, it is not about bucket. It is about something called as emotional intelligence. What is this emotional intelligence? First of all, I was talking to you all this while. There is something called as realistic self-assessment. What is realistic self-assessment? You should always look at what type of intelligence I have, and what I am good at, and what I am not good at. What I am good at, you feel proud about that and choose a profession there. If at all you are not good at something, try to improvise that rather than feeling guilty. Second thing is self-regulation. The biggest problem with all of us is that we don't control our anger. Can someone raise who has never got angry in the whole of your life? So all of you are normal. Everyone gets angry. But what happens during anger is important. When we are angry, like I was taught by someone that you should count 1 to 10. So I slap, shout, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what to do? I was working as a primary healthcare officer in 2008 to 9 at one of the peripheral centers where there is no doctor, no nurse, no one. People are very poor, and we used to do surgeries, suturing, everything. I had a Group D worker who used to assist me, but this fellow, if I ask for a scissor, he'll give a chisel, ask for something else, he'll give something else, and then I used to get angry and break down the BP apparatus which was accessible. So my salary was 18,000. One BP apparatus cost 1,800. If I break 10 of them, I should only replace it. So I started thinking how to control my anger. The first step in controlling anger is that first there is something physical change in the body before you become angry. So what is that physical change? If you understand, 90% of your anger is gone. Because like whenever I am angry, like I feel that my thighs are trembling, my ears are very hot, I feel it is red. I have checked in the mirror, nothing, but it feels like that. Whenever I feel those things, I think that yes, okay, I am angry. Go out of that place. If I am angry on madam, I should go outside. Then if I go outside, then I'll I didn't shout at her. I should come back and shout. Don't come back. Anger is like a wave. Okay, it will come and go. When you are standing in the seashore, when those waves come and go, when they are coming in the whole big speed, you feel that it will take away. If you stand still, it will come and go. Similarly, anger is also like a wave. It comes and goes back. But after that, you go there. Then again, I want to come back and shout. You just make a call to someone who is neutral. Neither you are that person knows madam or doesn't know about this. Still you don't, your anger is not gone. Then you can take a cup of water, count 1 to 10. Not like after hitting and counting 1 to 10. So motivation. So most of the time we all think that I want to get a job with 1.5 crores as per annum, but that is after 3 years. Now after 1 week, what to do? 1 week I didn't study only. I watched whole the web series, 5 web series. So you keep a long-term goal, short-term goals also. Empathy. So empathy is something like if I always tell I, nobody likes you. If you address how are you, like if you address how this is one thing very important, a social skill, a soft skill, where you should address others. How are you? How did you had your breakfast? Understanding others agony is very important. So one point I started something called as resilience. What is resilience is I'll tell you. To buffer the stress, important point you should learn is resilience. This is a file, right? If I apply pressure to this file, what happens? It is bending. If I release this, it will come back to its normal. This is called as the resilience of this object. Similarly, this resilience, how to become resilient? Resilience we define as is a buffer to wither stress. I'll tell you only 5 points how to develop resilience. I told you 2021 I read a book by an author, a king called as Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius is a Rome king. He had to fight war with Greek. Once he comes back to the Rome, then there will be lot of, you heard about plague. Plague was a dreaded disease like COVID. And that point of time there was something called as bubonic plague. Even a great author S.L. Bhairappa from Mysore, in one of his novel he has written, you know that earlier there were no transport system, there were bullock carts. When a full bullock cart full of dead bodies were thrown out of the village, by the time they came back, there was another bullock cart full of dead bodies were ready. When this Marcus Aurelius came back, whole of his kingdom was afflicted by this plague. He, as a prince, had lot of respiratory problems, but still he preferred to help people. So what strategies he adapted to become resilient? His autobiography is called as Resilience. So in that, first point is look into yourself. See, my professor, when I was doing my psychiatry post-graduation, used to tell, look into yourselves. Then I used to tell, what is looking inside? So basically, whenever you get up in the morning, what we do, like we have kept an alarm at around 6 o'clock, but we get up at 7 o'clock, and then we started cursing ourselves, something like that. We start the day. But I am telling, you give me 10 minutes. I am not telling to meditate. First thing, once you get up, you keep your mobile in aeroplane mode and keep an alarm at 5 minutes and 10 minutes. Just close your eyes. I am not telling, again I will reiterate, I am not telling you to meditate. Just close your eyes, like what all happened yesterday, it will come into your mind. What happened, like someone scolded, you looked at a girl, she did not wink at you, like so many things will come, it will be coming, so many things will come. Around 5 minutes that alarms ring. Next 5 minutes what you should do? Next 5 minutes is, what you can do is that, when you purchase a mobile, what are you look into? What features you look into? Good, louder please. Huh? Processor, very good. What processor? Very good. Anything else? Storage. So what is the storage usually? 3 GB. RAM, ROM, very good. Usually highest RAM, ROM is how much? Okay. You know that our brain is also like a computer. What is the storage capacity, you know? 5860 GB RAM is your brain. Okay. But how to program this brain is the next question. I'll take another only 5 minutes. I'll finish it out. It is a 5862 GB RAM. I think now they don't teach you C plus and all. It's all obsolete. But our research tell our brain works to this C programming. So when we used to use the C programming, we used to give the A plus B whole square, we got the output. That's how we used to program. Similarly, the next 5 minutes, you just follow this small programming technique. The whole day, whatever you want, program it. The whole day, I'll think only positive. The whole day, I'll only do good things. The whole day, I'll not scold anyone. the whole day. Like one thing used to happen every day when I go to from my house to JSS hospital. It is around 5 kilometers. There were so many traffic, so many two-wheelers, autos. They come and used to shout at me. They hit me and then shout at me. All these things used to happen. I didn't know how to control. I started programming myself the whole day. I'll be very positive, will not scold anyone. Slowly that came down. So it may be a very small technique, but if you do that, it will help you. It takes only 3 to 4 minutes of your time. First one. Second thing is stay in the moment. I saw a couple who had lived for 35 long years, and I asked the husband, so how is that you are so comfortable, sir? He told, all big decisions I take, doctor. Small decision my wife will take. So may I know what are those big decisions? So sir told me, actually who should captain Indian team? Whether Ajit Agarkar should be the selection board president, Gautam Gambhir should be the coach. Then what madam takes decision? What should be cooked? What should be done? Those things. Like staying in the moment is like you have an assignment and like there are some 60 students in your class, and you have not done the assignment. What happens? Like you start panicking, you start sweating, you start so many things. Then your teacher will identify, oh, this fellow get up, you show the assignment. But if at all you think other way, there are 60 members, class is only 45 minutes. Even if they check only 45 people, they can check. Just instead of catastrophizing, just thinking like that, possibility of you getting caught is only 10 to 15%. 85% of the time you are not getting caught. Control what you can. So many things are not in our control. Can the traffic be controlled? Can the auto drivers can be controlled? No. Only things what we control is how we keep our routine. For example, what are the things you can control? What time you get up? What exercise you can do? What food you can eat? All those things you can control. First is looking into yourself. Second thing is staying in the moment. Control what you can. There is a serenity prayer where God give me the strength to control what I can, and give me the strength which cannot to ignore what I cannot control, and give me the wisdom to differentiate what can be controlled and what cannot be controlled. The other last point I want to convey is that there is something called as mindfulness. Everyone used to tell me that you should meditate. So whenever I sit and meditate, I'll close the eyes. People used to tell me that you should not get any thoughts. I used to tell I should not get any thoughts. I should not get any thought is a thought. So how to be thoughtless? Very difficult, very, very difficult. There is something called as mindfulness meditation. What is mindfulness meditation? Is like you are sitting here, you can meditate. Means you close your eyes, there will be, initially there may be a gap. After that, so many thoughts keep coming. By the research, by the available literature, every day we get around 15,000 to 30,000 thoughts. Thoughts which stay are those which we focus on. For example, there is a small wind through AC coming. From that time it is coming. After I told, it is more evident now. Because anything we focus or anything we try to control, or those thoughts will stay forever. So the best thing is, whenever you get a thought, you should be like a silent spectator. What is silent spectator? When there is a cricket match going on, Virat Kohli is batting. There will be some commentary going on. Will the Virat Kohli listen to the commentary and play? No. Similarly, you are like Virat Kohli. Thoughts are like commentary. That is mindfulness. There are so many, if you give a net mindfulness, there are so many channels which give you pre-recorded audios where you can put it in your ears, and it will guide. Because I tell that today you go sit, close your eyes, whatever the thoughts come, let it come. Don't respond to that. You'll be happy. Then you check the time, it is only 42 seconds. You think it is already 10 minutes. So it happens so that there are some pre-recorded audios, and I always tell everyone to keep smiling. 3 minutes of laughter gives you an endorphin of 20 minutes of exercise. 97% of the CEOs look at people who have a sense of humor and keep laughing, and keep others happy. So be happy, keep smiling. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I thank Dr. Shivanand for accepting our invitation with a short notice and joining us today. I request Dr. Bindya to present a memento to sir. Thank you. Take care. Now we'll